thing I am going to use is the Control Shine Prime. This is just from Sleek Makeup. This is because I have oily skin, and especially around my nose, I can't be having no shininess coming through there today. Also, just going to put some where I get lines too. So I get them like when I smile, like these lines. And I'm just going to place a little bit on my forehead because I get a little bit shininess there. The foundation I'm using today is the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous. I think maybe it's a little bit too dark for me, but all I do is put a tiny bit of self-tan on, which you probably wouldn't actually think looking at me because, well, let's face it, I'm ridiculously pale. But yeah, if I just put a tiny bit of that on at night time and then use this kind of stipply buffing brush to buff the foundation in, then you can't really like see that it's too dark. And then because I have quite a lot of redness here, I always need to put more there. Just on the cheek and on the other cheek. And I more or less just try and pat this in. I'm going to move on to my eyeshadow, so I'm just going to use some primer. This is from Wet n Wild. Then I'm going to use this eye palette that I got from Anastasia Beverly Hills in my swap, and it has got these colours in it. So I'm just going to experiment and see what I come up with and kind of work my autumn look. I'm just going to use this Yogurt Jumbo eye pencil from NYX and just place some on the eye. I can't do too much of this pencil, otherwise I find that it increases my eyeshadows to actually crease, which is kind of strange. But if you just put a little bit on, then you won't have this problem if you have really oily lids like me. I'm going to go with this kind of beigey one here, all over the eyelid. Next colour I'm going to take is purple here, and I'm just going to put that in the crease. Dark brown here, and then I'm going to use some of the black. So I just let's get the dark brown first. Take some of that brown under the eyelash too. Let's blend some black in. So I'm just taking the black shade, and I literally, whoa, this is so much pigmented. I didn't realise how pigmented this would be. Okay, so let's go up here. Let's take it up here as almost the wing. Yeah, so the wing's coming from the the lower lash line. Wow, so this is the look I'd rock every day. Maybe not. I think I went a little heavy onto the eyes, so I'm literally just going to get this, what's it called? It's just like a smudger brush from Topshop. And I actually got it in the beauty section, which I quite like. And I'm literally just going to push that black up into eyeshadow, increase it, and blend the rest of it down. I'm just smudging it even more under the lash line. Well, I mean, you don't have to go this low with the eyeshadow because it's getting quite low with smudging it with this. And if maybe you've got exaggerated like under eye circles, this may just highlight them, but I mean, if you want to go for something a bit dark and different, why not try this? I'm just going to take this colour in here and just place it in the middle of my lower lash line. And then I'm just going to use, it looks like a matte colour, yeah, it's like a kind of light pinky, it looks like a kind of light pink. So I'm just going to use this light pink just to fade everything a bit more. Okay, so my eyes look a bit scary, but I'm going to use some liquid liner and hopefully this is going to draw it all together. So let's begin. I've already done my foundation. My next step is concealer. Concealer time. This is NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Just going under the nose, on a few blemishes around the mouth because I always get pigmentation there, and up here. Anywhere which just needs extra help. Just going to use some powder, set that in place. This is just a sleek powder, the luminous powder. I always saw Pixie Woo use this, so you know, obviously going to take tips from the pros. And whenever they use something but keep using it, it makes me think that it's really good. So I'm like, here, with a powder, trying to look like the best version of me. For blush, I'm going to use Mocha by NYX. And I do not want to be having no clown cheeks today. So, literally, just going to put this on more like the bottom half of my cheeks. So what I do is I actually get it, pat it on the back of my hand, and then just place it on my cheek. This is a great way for like building up blush too. I just want it to like look a bit more natural, so just going to go around it with this powder brush. Same on the other side, so blends into the skin a bit more. And same on the temples. I always do this if I'm not like too sure of the blush. So this is that. Great tip for pale girls. This is the Anastasia Pomade Dip Brow in Chocolate. Don't blame me if this goes wrong. I am still figuring this out, but this one's turned out alright, so there's hope for the other eyebrow. I wasn't actually sure I was going to like this pomade at first. I was like, oh, I think this is, you can only use this if you've got really good like definition in your brows already, but it's growing on me. I'm getting to like it. I think it's like just getting used to it, which is really the thing. So yeah, now it's time to move on to my lips. I'm literally smoothing out the colour of my lips because they are ridiculously red. And I am going to use Cherry from Sleek Makeup, and I'm just going to kind of like free wing it.